Welcome to Touch Talk. It's lunchtime. We are just chilling. We're messing around with our decks. We're about to see what our ancestors had to say to us today. What do they want to tell us on this day? I heard your grandma. Like your Buddha is what I really heard, so... I feel like something's being illuminated to you, and they're asking you to pay attention. They're asking you to keep your eyes open because there's something that I feel like maybe you're not seeing. There was a stagnation to... Okay. There was a delay in this tower moment. There was a tower moment coming your way, but there was a delay in it. And this was kind of costly to you because you had invested in a heartbreak maybe. And you put a lot into this heartbreak. So they said they blocked this tower moment for you. That's exciting. Yeah, they called a justice call. Okay, so I feel like sometimes we don't realize that not everything is, that rejection sometimes is protection. So I'm feeling like in this specific case, they blocked something for you. And that you're looking at this like it's a sad thing because you're not seeing what they see. You're not seeing all of the information that they had. And this is keeping you blinded. Maybe this is surrounding around a financial status of yours, or the King of Pentacles himself, which is your earth signs. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. They were in and out energy, and they moved with their star energy, which was like, ooh, manifestations, but they didn't have the love space to give. So there was this in and out energy around it, and you're recognizing this. So they blocked you from this heartbreak right here, but you didn't see it because you were invested in... You were invested in them being this emperor. Clarify the Knight of Cups in reverse. Hold on. However, these angels are stepping in for you. So not just your ancestors, but your angels. You made a wish. You put an offer up. Yeah, okay, you made a wish. But this was a general wish. This was a wish actually for your highest alignment. This wasn't a selfish wish that you put out here. This was a wish that you had that your highest alignment and your highest timeline be brought to you. Now we're balancing out. Now your ancestors are saying, I love this right here. So this mate here, this masculine energy. You could be a feminine or a masculine. You could identify as a girl or boy. I'm talking about the masculine energy in your dynamic. If you do not know which one you are, maybe you should read about them and figure which one that you embody. So the masculine energy in this dynamic had an in and out energy. Like he was very fluid with his emotions, and not just emotions, his desires. So this left his emotions like in the negative though, because he was so fluid. He had all these other energies connected to him. Now here's the kicker though. You had no illusions. You were letting go of every illusion that you had created in your life. And so your ancestors and your angels come together, and they're moving from this energy of fixing this masculine's heart. So where his heart was not, there were like defects. I feel like he didn't have a good upbringing, and he didn't have a mother who really truly knew herself and was able to offer the nurturing status that a mother should offer. So she had a lot of her own demons that she was fighting, and they never manifested into a healthy relationship for this masculine. So he then moved, he didn't have a heart space because he was always disappointed by someone else's actions, and so he inevitably, like, inside of himself grew this hatred for women, but it was a hatred that you just like to degrade them in a way. So the more you could collect, because they're disposable to you at a time, you would, because you were coming from a very unhealed spot. So this didn't allow your heart, like the King of Cups inside of you, to be fully matured, and instead it made it like the King of Swords in reverse, where you was just very adamant about hurting people. However, the universe, your ancestors, and your angels and their divine team are working together, and now we're having these enlightenments inside of our heart space. And not just our heart space, this is opening up doors. Like, this is really opening up doors for us. We're having a breakthrough with so much energy behind it, and blue jays are a big thing right now, and sunflowers are. There's big forward movement because we're now aware of the heart space, and where it wasn't oh, I said we're now aware of the heart space, and the freaking Empress falls out. So we're now aware of where we need to be nurturing and mothering to ourselves, to look inside, to get a new perspective, to open our heart space up, because we had closed it off from all the conflict from when we were younger. In our younger years, this masculine has closed this heart space off to so much so that it was leaving him stuck and stagnated, and has left his strength low, because it was always a juggle. Like, he was always juggling his emotions in there because he wasn't paying attention to his emotions. He was burying his emotions. He was drowning his emotions. Look how the star's like embodied in the water, like half. That's your spirituality too, but I just viewed that one so different. What did I say? Yes, he was learning how to upright his emotions. He was learning how to navigate through his emotions and not cut them out, because before he was just cutting them out. He was ignoring his emotions. He was angering his emotions. Whenever his emotions would come about, so would the anger spot, because he didn't know how to navigate through his emotions. Now we're at this, we're learning, like, I say immature, but I'm not speaking like that as a slam. That means that they're in the adolescent stages of learning these emotions. So now that we have this adolescent stage, there's still holes in it because it's not a firm foundation. It's there, but it can't hold the water of the emotions because it's still at an adolescent stage. But we're releasing all of the thoughts from this. We're releasing all of the deceptiveness that our parasite has told ourselves. And this masculine is learning now to release all of the lies and the deceptiveness, and to not run, to not be in the runner's circle, in the runner's, you have a runner persona in your relationships, and it's allowing them to not be the runner. It's allowing them to sit with their emotions and learn them. And this is a judgment call by the Most Divine. There's a lot of anxiety around this. There's a lot of swords being thrown because of all of the previous decisions made, and what you chose to nurture, what you chose to grow. Now you're reaping your harvest. You know, you have this harvest because you would put in this energy and you grew things for a long time. And this is leaving you in this Nine of Swords energy where you feel like your head is like just stabbing, like there's so much coming at you. And it feels like there's swords on every which way, and you're learning these new truths everywhere. And it just feels like your world's falling apart, and you feel like this is not a gift, but this is a gift. This is a gift because you're learning how to let things go, and you're learning how to let it flow, and you're learning your emotions, and that is deadening this energy inside of you. This is deadening these swords that you're placed upon yourself inside of you, but rebirthing from emotionally secure places. This is rebirthing a balance inside of yourself, because you have now looked in for a new perspective. And when you're inside of yourself and you're looking in for a new perspective, you're walking away from all the things that don't serve you, and you're learning. You're studying and you're learning. And you're getting recognition for deadening these situations. And you deadened a lot of other energetic just the energies that were